Okay, here we go.
Hi, good morning. It's just kidding. It's nighttime.
We're doing this at 5:30 in the morning. Just kidding.
Yeah, because it's daylight savings time, right?
Yeah.
So we saved like 10 hours.
I know, the fact that it's like 6 o'clock right now, I'm like, I want to get to bed.
It's crazy. Yeah, I'm exhausted.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, are we doing it?
I guess. We got new equipment.
Okay, we have new equipment. Shout out to my stepdad, Kelly. You're the real one.
Gang, gang.
We want to apologize. We know that our audio has been stupid. It's been stupid.
Bad.
We would not recommend the set that we unboxed in our original video. We were just
It was
little
good
babies.
while it lasted.
We were so excited.
Yeah, it was good while it lasted. Never again.
Never again. So Santa, if you're listening, we've been good this year.
We've been kind of good.
We've been
kind of good.
We've been fine.
Good enough for a gift. Good enough for a gift. Anyways, yeah, let's go. Let's get started.
Let's do it. Okay.
Do you want to do the beginning or you want me to do the beginning?
I'll do the beginning. I think that's the one I remember the most.
I don't know. You did pretty good on the last time. But you do whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Viewer discretion advised. Have you ever wondered what the fuck is going on with your neighbors upstairs? I'm calling corporate, where petty meets professional. And our regionals stop returning our calls.
We're the Courtneys with 25 years of property management experience combined and still wondering how half of you made it past the application process.
I always forget the last line for some
I know.
reason. I'm like, I'm better at the first one. And you're like, no, you're not.
That's why I was trying not to laugh.
Like, you suck at the first time. You want the first part, actually.
Oh, God, I'm so tired.
Okay.
Can we just make a podcast of us napping and, like, see what noises we make when we sleep?
No. Oh, God, no. No. I make a lot of bodily noises.
Jeremy says I snore, and I'm scared. Because, like, no, I don't.
I snore if I'm on my back.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I could understand. We're getting off track, but I feel like I could snore if I'm, like, really tired.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I feel like I'm just like a little princess.
A little princess on a pillow.
Like a little princess. Anyways, okay, sorry. We're on a new segment, guys. Happy
segment
November.
alert. What segment is this called? Cuffing season.
I forgot. Cuffing season.
Lock me up and throw away the key. So, not me. All of the other people that we're about to talk about.
So it's all about crimes. Crimes. And this is not a true crime podcast.
No.
I guess some of my stuff has been like true crime, but like not like, meat
Oh, yeah. So some of them will be. Like, Katie, she's going to come in and literally hers is going to be about true crime. Like about a true crime thing. I don't think there's been a documentary about it, but it will be. Like, I'm pretty sure it will be. It has to be.
Very exciting.
But also...
But scary at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways.
And a couple of other people are also...
gonna join?
Yeah, gonna join this one. And they have true crime stuff, too.
Nice.
I have a lot of crime. Obviously, crime happens...
Everywhere.
We're not going to talk about the...
Crime has no address.
Crime has no address. We're not going to talk about the, like, break-ins or, like, car break-ins or whatever like that.
Unless they're juicy.
That's petty, though. Like,
it is petty.
We're not
going to got broken into. Did you leave it unlocked? Yes. Yeah. And I left my gun and money and my wallet and my computer, and I'm like...
Yeah, so yes, you're definitely going to get broken into.
So that was your fault. Okay.
When we tell you, and it's people that are so random, like random people, literally, for a living, they walk up to an apartment community and check doors for a living.
Yeah.
Like, that's just what they do. So you're not special, honey. Like, don't ever think that you're going to be safe or that you're going to be unsafe or whatever. Literally, people check doors all the time. So if you live in an apartment community, just know for a fact that your car door is going to get checked at least once or twice.
Yep. They're just going to...
Like, legit. But yeah.
That was me popping a door.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you're like me, or if you're like a property manager like me, and you hear about those things that happen, you run back the cameras and you call your courtesy officer and you say, hey, look at this, look into this. And you're probably going to get caught doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we got eyeballs
if
everywhere.
you have cameras. I don't have cameras.
Yeah,
so I'm like,
yeah.
It's always the fact though, like that a car gets broken into, and then they call me, and they're like, my car was broken into. I said, oh, okay.
Did you file a police report? Wait, let me put my cape on. I'll be out there in a minute.
And they were like, no. And I'm like, why not? Well, I thought I was supposed to call you. Well, there's nothing I can do because I'm not the police officer. I'm not the law. I'm not the law. Like, I can't go arrest someone. Sorry. I also can't investigate it. Anyways, whatever.
I do the investigating, but then I'm like, I'll hand it over, and I'm like, okay, I found it.
With cameras, that's different. Like, I wouldn't mind. Okay, you sniffing my feet? All right, cool. I wouldn't mind, but, like, I don't have cameras, so, like, what you want me to get my fingerprint kit and go out to the car? And almost always they were like, oh, I left it unlocked. Like, it is 2025.
Then your car didn't get broken into.
Yeah, it is 2025, and all you hear about all over the news is car thefts and carjackings and all of this stuff. And I'm like, but you left it unlocked?
Yeah. And they're like, oh, it's the first time I left it unlocked. I don't believe you.
Liar.
Okay, yeah. So I'm going to start off the segment with a story that I have. Okay, and it's a good segue into this because of what we had last month with our body count series. So yeah, it's kind of a short story just because like it happened very briefly and there really isn't anything that we have like as far as like a background goes. But yeah, so I was a leasing agent at an apartment community, and the location of this apartment community was very like high traffic. Sherry's going to be joining us, I'm sure, soon because she's hype. She's hyper. But yeah, so like this is a I can't say that word. Trafficked community, just with the location of where it is. People bike all the time over there. It's like connecting to a trail, but the trail is not some like deep, dark, scary trail. Like literally it's where people go and exercise.
It goes to like the city.
Yeah. It goes to the city and it goes, throughout like miles and miles and miles and miles. But people start their exercise there. So yeah, so this just so happened to be like what we walked into one morning. Okay. So like we were getting to work one morning and there were news crews outside. Oh, and that's not what you want to see when you pull up to your job, obviously. So there was news crews outside and, we were trying to figure out like what was going on. And I really didn't know anything. Obviously, like I'm just a measly leasing agent, but I think my manager was there already. And so this is kind of the story that was told to us again, because like we weren't involved at all. Now, the night before, there was a gentleman that had parked his car in our parking lot. He had parked his car in our parking lot and he was going on a run. So, like, again, this apartment community is right next to where the trail starts. So, it's easy to have that happen. I really don't know if there's anyone else that, like, has done that before, but I know that, like, our residents definitely, would go and would run the trail and stuff as well. So this gentleman happened to use our parking lot to park his car, and he went on his run. He had his exercise, and then he didn't realize that somebody was trailing him like over time. And so whenever he got back to his car, a gentleman had approached him at gunpoint. Yeah, and he was attempting to rob him. Okay. So little did this robber know the person that he was attempting to rob was an off-duty police officer. Yeah. So the officer managed to do a little move, a little kung fu move, take his gun and shoot the robber.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And he killed him in our parking lot.
Like an action movie.
Yeah. Yeah. So the officer ended up.
It's not funny, but
he did what he had to do. Yeah. Like he literally was
fearing for your life.
His life was threatened.
You have a gun pointed at me.
Literally, his life was threatened.
Are you only gonna rob me, or are you also gonna kill me?
Yeah. You have a gun in front of me. You're obviously attempting to take my life, at least, right? So the guy ended up like getting the gun away. shooting him and killing him, and he died in our parking lot.
Oh, great.
The guy obviously didn't live there. He was just there parking his car, and the robber did not have any association with the apartment community whatsoever. But of course,
the crime always happens.
Man,
I hate that. Like, it happens on your property, and you're like, oh, none of them lived here.
No, none of them did, and
just so happened to be the meeting place.
But guess what the news said? Yeah. Murder at X, Y, and Z apartment community.
Yeah, you're like,
no, that did not happen. Like, get out of here, you know.
It's a bad name.
Yeah, and they obviously didn't come into the leasing office because it literally had nothing to do with us whatsoever. But you saw, like, the news crew pan around.
Always gonna, like, they have to dramatize it.
Yeah,
they have to make it. They have to make it worth your viewing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So it was a random crime. Oh no, I actually have another crime story too. Yeah. Do you want to do yours, or do you want?
You can go
okay.
Yours. I'll take it in mind.
Okay, so years later, fast forward. Yeah, 3 days later, or whatever the SpongeBob thing goes. Yeah, no.
It's been hectic for you.
Yeah. So this has actually happened. If my calculations are correct, this happened 5 years ago. So this was 10 years after that, or whatever. It was like 8 years after my first encounter. Anyway, so this was when I actually managed an apartment community, and I come in to work in the morning, obviously, and I think my courtesy officer at the time had met me there in the morning, and we have a really good relationship. Like, you know, if anything happens, like in the neighborhood, he will, let me know about it. Yeah. This just so happened to be very, like, the same neighborhood. That sounds really bad.
I mean, it was.
Yeah, this happens to be, like, in the same neighborhood that the other apartment community was in. It was, like, just, like, about a mile away or whatever. But so this actually ended up, like, happening on my property. So, like, the night before, there was, like, a scuffle, I guess, like, in the parking lot. And it did have to do with either my resident or a guest of my resident. And I want to say that it was a guest of my resident because of the way that it transpired later. But somebody had, like, met somebody else in the parking lot. I'm pretty sure it was, like, someone who was, like, dealing drugs, like they had gone out to their car, like, from the apartment. And I don't know what happened. Something went down, and this guy ended up getting stabbed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like in the parking lot. And so the guy was still alive, and I want to say it was the person that was, like, out, or the guest of the apartment, like, of the person that was in the apartment. So he ended up getting transported to a hospital, and I'm pretty sure it was an ambulance that had transported him. So I think that's how that my courtesy officer picked up on it, because he was able to, like, hear it on, like, a call. So the guy ended up getting transported to the hospital, and pretty sure he did not have life-threatening, like, injuries, but we had to figure out, like, what kind of damage it caused to our property. So we ended up calling the residents, like, that was involved or whatever, and, like, they didn't answer the phone, like, we didn't know if they were at work or whatever. And I ended up calling them, like, all day long. And it I don't know, it was something weird. I couldn't get a hold of them, or somebody was out of town. I don't remember the actual details of it, but I remember going over there to the apartment and seeing blood, like, up the stairs. Like, it was, like, trailing from the parking lot all the way up the stairs. And then it was on the door frame.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, like, the guy got stabbed. So there's, like, blood all over his hands.
But, like, I don't know. Like, I've seen bodies, I've seen stuff, but when I see blood, I'm like, ooh.
Your blood, really?
Yeah.
I didn't have any, it didn't affect me whatsoever. So I was like, okay, obviously, like, he had stumbled back up the stairs, to try to, like, figure it out, but they ended up having to take him to the hospital. So I ended up going inside this apartment, to see if, like, anyone was home, or, like, seeing if, like, what I could find out. And I had my courtesy officer with me and my maintenance supervisor. Probably not the best thing to do in a situation like that. But I didn't care. Like, I was just like, I need to figure this out. I need to see if this place is, actually, like, someone's living here, or if it's abandoned, or what is going on. So we ended up figuring out that someone actually did live there. But we honestly couldn't figure out who it was. Like, we didn't know if it was the guest of the person that was supposed to be on the lease, or if the person on the lease actually lived there.
Right.
We assumed at this point that there was somebody that was living there that was not affiliated with the lease whatsoever.
Nice.
So we ended up being able to get to that conclusion, either later that day or the next day.
Mm-hmm.
So my ass, and this is not HR approved, and this is definitely not property management approved, but whatever, it worked. So my ass had the maintenance supervisor change the locks on the door, and because what was going to happen is someone was going to call the office, say, hey, I'm locked out of my apartment. Can you, please unlock it, or can I have a spare key? And then I was going to say, I need to see your ID. Yeah. I need to make sure that you're on the lease before I release keys to you.
Mm-hmm.
And that is exactly what happened.
Yeah.
So I get a call, and they said, hey, I'm locked out of my apartment. This was probably 3 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, I need to see your ID. Like, you can come to the office. I can see your ID. Well, I don't live there. Or I'm not on a lease or whatever. And I was like, okay, so who's on the lease?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's how I figured out that they were out of town, quote unquote, because they were like, oh, well, the person that lives here is out of town. Okay, well, it looks like you're not getting into their apartment.
Yeah.
Because I'm not releasing keys to anyone that's not associated with the lease contract.
Right.
And so.
As you should.
Yeah. And this person was obviously not the person that was injured. It was a friend of a friend of a friend that was staying in this apartment. And this all happened within 24 hours of each other. So they knew that I knew,
Mm-hmm.
I know that I know, that I know,
mm-hmm.
but no one's saying it.
Right.
No one called the office and said there was a stabbing. No one called the office and said, hey, my friend's hurt or whatever. They did not.
Yeah. We're not the police, obviously, and I know I complained about that a minute ago. We're not the police, but we still want to know.
We need to know.
We need to know. Not just want. We need to know.
We need to know, because people are going to call and be like, hey, what was all the commotion last night? I don't fucking know.
And we're going to be like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. So we're going to find out. Number one, we're going to find out somehow, and number two, we need to know the details of what's going on so we can assess this, the damage accordingly.
Yeah.
So at this point, they're not putting up a fight at all.
Mm-hmm.
They're not arguing with me on the phone or anything like that. They were just like, oh, okay. And then, so they were like, well, my stuff is in there. I need to get in. And I was like, okay, well, you tell your friend that the only way that I'm going to get you back into this apartment is if you come with a U-Haul, because I'm pretty sure they were behind on rent.
Yeah.
So I said, bring a U-Haul to this place. I said, I will forget what happened last night.
Yeah.
And you can
get your stuff,
get your shit and get out. Pretty much. I was like, you can get everything that's in that apartment that you want, and you can get out.
Mm-hmm.
And so they made arrangements.
Mm-hmm.
They got a U-Haul. Good. Within an hour of that phone call. They got a U-Haul, and they packed everything up that they possibly could.
Mm.
I unlocked the door for them. And this was 4 now in the afternoon. I unlocked the door, and I left at 5:30. And so I said, you come back in the morning. I said, but you have 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then after that, they were gone. Never heard from them again.
Wow.
Yeah.
We don't even know why the guy got stabbed.
Nope. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that it was a drug deal that went bad or whatever, but there was, at this point, I don't give a flying rat's ass.
Yeah.
First of all,
you're not going to do it here.
I don't care if you're going to live or die.
Yeah.
I don't care if you are I really don't care.
Yeah.
It happened on my property, and I become mama bear, whenever it happens on my property, because I'm this is not supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Number one, I didn't move you in. I had to come to this property to clean up the mess that
Mm-hmm.
another property manager made before me.
Yeah.
And they had fake income statements, and they had fake this, and they had fake that.
Oh, of course. That's always what it is. I see stuff like that all the time, and I'm like,
yeah.
Okay.
And it's always the people that cause the problems,
Yep.
Yep. So I had zero remorse. I had zero empathy. I was just get your shit and get the fuck out.
Yeah. I don't care.
Professionally.
I don't care if my occupancy is super low. I'm not going to be oh, I need it. I'm just going to move anyone I want here. I'm never ever going to do that, because you're about to make my life harder. If I do that. And also you can't.
Yes, but the shitty property managers, and I'm calling your fucking asses out, because you know who you are. You're a shitty
and
person.
We know who you are.
No, we actually do know who you are, and you're blacklisted. Okay, you're a shitty person to just be able to run a property, a multi-million-dollar property,
mm-hmm.
and just let people that are unqualified move in
and tear it up.
Yes,
and lose money and just
it's making your life worse. But if you don't care about it, then obviously you know that your time is ticking anyway. Like you're not going to be there long enough to like care, or you're going to get fired, like because you're going to get found out. And so it sucks because if you hear that a property like needs a property manager, I'd say 8 times out of 10 you're going there to clean up a mess. Yeah, like as a new manager, you're going to clean up a mess.
The other times it's because they got promotions
or like moving out of town. Like 8 out of 10. So promotions is 9 and then 10 is moving out of town.
Yeah.
But the other 8 of y'all, just trash. Absolute trash.
Yep.
Yeah. And we know who you are.
We know who you are.
I will fight you in the streets. I will. Especially the ones that were before me. I will fight them in the streets.
Yeah. I have a few people like that. I'm like, please don't let me see you in public. Please don't let me see you in public.
Yeah.
Because I will go to jail. Sorry, not sorry.
Like, I don't know. Again, morals questionable. Ethics are not questionable. My ethics are way, way above my morals. And it has everything to do with the fact that this is not like my property, but this is my name.
Yeah.
And if my name is going to be on it, then you 100%. Can bet your bottom dollar that it's going to be ran the right way.
Yep. 100%.
I can't do it. Yeah. Okay.
You go. For my story?
Yes.
So my story is about a runner too, I guess. Anyway, so one of the properties I worked at, I was leasing agent. And the way this property is set up, it has like an upstairs and then a downstairs. Mm-hmm. So the downstairs is where like the assistant manager's office, the bookkeeper's office, and the property manager's office was. But the property manager's office like looked out over, we had a lake. So it looked out over the lake and there's like a driving bridge from like the main road.
How serene.
I know. It's a driving bridge from the main road that takes you off and then you come across the lake up to like the office or whatever. So you can see that.
The birds chirping.
She had such a beautiful view. But you can see that through like her window. But like how her desk was set up, it was like set up where like if you're sitting in front of it, you can see the lake behind her and then the lake to the side to her. So I'm like standing, because she had an L-shaped desk. So I'm like standing at her desk and I'm looking at the window to the side to her, which overlooks the driving bridge and the lake off the main road. Well, there's like I'm sitting there and I don't know what we were doing. She was talking about something, but she couldn't see what's going on because she's looking at me. So at this point, her back's like to that window. So, and I can be kind of awkward. So I'm like listening to her, but I'm watching what's happening behind her. And she like, I don't think she noticed because sometimes I don't just like, when I'm talking to people, I don't just stare at them.
You just kind of like...
Yeah, I look at them, but I'm also kind of looking around because, like, I'm weird about just making eye contact all the time.
But I'm also observing things.
But I like to see what's going on around, too, because, first of all, ain't nobody about to sneak attack me. Anyway.
Got my eyes on you.
Yeah. So I'm, like, watching what's going on behind her, and I see this, like, sheriff's car pull up on the driving bridge, and he, like, stops. And you can't stop there because it's only one way in, one way out. Yeah. But he stops and he's just sitting there and I'm like, what is he doing? Again, she's still just like yapping at me. I don't know what you're talking about. And I don't mean yapping in a bad way. Like we still have a good relationship and I don't even work with her anymore. But she was just talking to me and I'm just like, just still staring behind her. And all of a sudden I see like the back door of the sheriff's car open, which I thought those
are they supposed to be locked?
I thought those locks, like stayed locked. Maybe, I don't know how cop cars work, but I thought that they were like locked. But I see it.
That's your one job.
Yeah,
right?
But it like opens hard, and I'm like it wasn't just like I pulled the latch and opened it. Like I think this dude had literally like
maybe kicked it.
Yeah, he was like kicking it open. And then I see him like roll. Out of the car. And I'm like, what's going on? This guy's in handcuffs and he just like, rolled out of the car. Well, then I see the front door, the driver's door open, and then this like sheriff gets out, and he's obviously been on the force for a long time, so he's not like his young, fit self, you know? He's like, hasn't had a lot of action, he just sits in the car.
Probably. Okay.
You know, they say cops eat donuts, he's probably just been eating a lot of donuts.
Yeah.
So he like gets out, and he's like runs around the car, and at this point, the guy's like up off the ground, okay, and he's about to start running. Well, the sheriff guy or the whatever deputy or whatever comes around and tries to grab him. Well, the guy like headbutts him
What?
Yeah, he like headbutts him, so the cop kind of like falls back and he takes off running. So now at this point he's kind of come back and he's chasing this like criminal.
Okay, so the criminal's in handcuffs.
Yeah, he's in handcuffs.
Hands behind his back.
Yeah, but he's like walking, he's like running down our driving bridge towards the office.
Oh,
like,
no.
Into the property, okay? And I don't know if he arrested him off our property, if he just took a shortcut through it, like, I don't know. But, so I'm sitting there and I see this guy running, and so like, at this point, she's paying attention to me because I'm like,
your head's moving.
Yeah, I'm like moving with him. She's like, what are you looking at? I'm like, we might want to lock the office. And she's like, what? And she turns around. So at this point, she sees the guy running and the deputy chasing him. And I'm just so, like, calm, like, nonchalant about it. And she's like, oh, my God. So she jumps up and she's like, lock the office, lock the office. So the girls upstairs, like, they run and lock the front door. She runs and locks the back door. And then we had a door, like, to the fitness center that you could get in from, like, the outside.
Yeah.
Coming through the office. And then we had one, like, back behind that went on this, like, dock, like over the way or whatever. So I like ran and locked that one, and then I ran and locked the fitness center door. And so she's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "I don't know. I just saw the guy get out of the car, and he's like off running." Anyway, so like we don't know why this guy's been arrested. We don't know if it was from our community. Like we don't know. Anyway, so we're just sitting there. Well, then all of a sudden we're watching. We still have not unlocked the doors. It's been like 20 minutes at this point. But we see just cop cars coming from everywhere, just into the property because this dude's on the run.
Yeah.
And poor Mr. Deputy, couldn't catch up with him. Anyways, so they end up getting the guy. We are not watching. He's somewhere in the community. This is a very, very large community. It's big enough to be a town.
The 900 unit one?
900
Oh, God,
of course. So he's somewhere in the community. Okay, and they've caught him. And so we end up seeing everyone leave. So we're like, well, they got him. We go on about our business. Okay. So it's 2 days later. And I'm scrolling through Facebook.
Oh, man.
And this is back when World Star was like,
okay.
really big. Okay. This is when World Star like would pop up on your Facebook. Like people would share the videos or whatever. So I'm scrolling and I like see the dude that I saw roll out of the car. And I'm like, oh my God, that guy looks so familiar. That looks like the guy from a couple days ago that rolled out of the car. Anyways, then I keep watching, and I'm, like, looking at the background. And I'm like, that is the guy that rolled out of the car because that is our property. Anyways, they finally catch up with this guy, and he's, like, hiding in bushes and, like, back behind buildings. He's, like, running through the bushes, like, making it hard to just, like, get him. But they finally catch him, and they all have their guns drawn. They don't shoot him, but they, like, tackle him.
Yeah.
And then they just go crazy and, like, beat the crap out of this guy, okay? So, of course, the only thing you see on the video is him tackling this guy.
You didn't see
beating the shit out of him, okay? And, like, you couldn't even really tell that he was still handcuffed.
Right.
Because there's just so many cops on him. And so, of course, like, the
headline, caption.
Police brutality on young man in Memphis, Tennessee. And I'm like,
bullshit.
He ran from them. He literally headbutted the sheriff.
But he also, deputy. Like, was inside. He literally was under arrested. And he was running. And he was detained. And he fled.
Yeah, I still don't know how he got out of the car. Like, still boggles my mind. That deputy might not have a job anymore.
Well,
because how did this happen? But yeah, so I just remember seeing on World Star, and I'm like, wow. And like, so I clicked down. I didn't click into World Star to see how many views. But the Facebook views was like over 1 million. And I'm like, so I'm in 2 days, guys. But this was obviously before like George Floyd.
Yeah. So
but it was
17, 18.
Yeah, but it was still, no, it was probably like 15 or 16. Okay. But it was still like,
it was during that era.
It was still during the era where like police brutality was like super big. Yeah. Which is awful.
It
was highly, highly, highly talked about, and there were so many videos on it. So when I saw 1 million views, I had a lot of like coworkers like, it's only been 2 days. I'm like, yeah, but this is like a hot topic right now.
This is how it gets brought up.
Yeah. So.
And you don't want to be the one to make the comment and be like, I was there and the guy was like literally arrested. You don't want to be that person.
Yeah. At all. But yeah, so that was pretty funny. Cause I don't know. There's plenty of times where I probably should have been like, hey, something's going on. But I watched for a minute because like, do I want to take this serious? Mm-hmm. Because like the cops were there. He had it handled. Not really.
But did he?
Not really. And then when I realized he didn't, I'm like, hey.
Okay, yeah, that's got it.
Let's lock the doors.
Let's lock it up.
Like, the worst thing in the world was him running in the office.
And trying to, like, hide somewhere.
Yeah, hide somewhere or, like, use us as a shield.
What are you going to do? Like, with your hands behind your back?
I don't know. I'm just thinking of all of the things that could have happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was my runner story. I'm trying to think of if I have.
Speaking of, okay, it just kind of reminded me of when I said fleeing. Mm-hmm. Okay, so do you remember the hot tub courtesy officer?
Yeah.
Okay, well, he actually is really good at his job, okay?
Hey, we're talking about you again. If you want to come on the podcast.
Oh, don't worry. He'll definitely he'll come eventually. We might not tell you who he is, but, you know, we'll have a courtesy officer segment.
Don't wear your uniform. Don't wear your name badge.
Right. But no, so he's actually really good at his job. Okay, and this is the same guy. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you remember from the Megan episode where I was telling you about the guy that just, like, would not, like, leave the office.
Yeah.
So this is the same officer that
came and tackled him?
That literally got out of his car.
Yeah.
And, like, do you know how, like, Sonic the Hedgehog, like, runs, like, really fast and he, like, is diagonal?
Yeah.
When I tell you that is the only picture that I have in my head, I'm literally, my tears are coming because the only thing that I remember the whole thing, but the best vision that I had was slinging the door open to Sonic the Hedgehog coming barreling at me full speed. And this guy's a little shorter. Okay, I'm going to say it. So he's low to the ground anyway.
Oh my God. Love that.
And he's like just full speed ahead. And the only thing I see is his head coming towards me.
His arms are like this.
Okay, so shout
that's
out.
Hilarious.
Okay, this is my friend. Okay, anyways, so fast forward. Okay, this is years later.
Mm-hmm.
The property manager of an apartment community. I have a new courtesy officer or whatever. Mm-hmm. So we're kind of eyeballing a guy that is like on property, and we for sure know that he is like dealing drugs out of his apartment. Okay. Mm-hmm. And the reason, like I said, like I'm FBI, y'all. Like I will figure anything out. Like if I put my mind to it. Okay. And Sherry's joined the podcast. She is harassing. She's harassing Courtney.
She did not like that. She's like, I'm gone. Don't worry, you'll have the mic twice.
She's not camera shy, but she's microphone shy. For sure.
She was so disappointed. She's like, how dare you?
She's offended. We definitely have to shout out Sherry. She's got to make her debut. Okay, so we definitely know this guy is dealing drugs. Okay, now Sherry is.
Now she's talking into the mic.
Yeah. Ma'am.
Hey. No, see, this is my dog. Sherry. Shh. It's okay. All right, we're good.
Hush.
We're good.
It's the trash.
She's like, you called. You rang. That's staying in.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, so the guy. What were?
Okay, I don't remember. Oh, okay. So, yeah, definitely know he's dealing drugs. Mm-hmm. Okay, and the one way that I could catch on pretty easily was my gate activity, because
they're using his code.
Okay. So, and again, I did research.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So your gate code is for guests, right? And I clocked it from the time that the person moved in. So we're talking 9 or 10 months, or it's probably been 8 or 9 months whenever I'm like doing research and like comparing to someone else's gate code. And the average resident in the span of 8 months uses their code about 300 times.
Yeah.
Okay. About 300. And that's like in and out, all of it. Okay. So his total use of his was 4,915.
Oh my God.
Okay. Pretty sure it's somewhere around.
It's like, all you had to say was 4,000. I'd have been like, what the heck?
Almost. Yeah. It's like, it's an ungodly number. It's over 4,000 times. It's almost 5,000. Definitely. So just imagine.
It's a lot of traffic.
Just imagine the traffic that's coming in through. And so again, Mama Bear, I'm like, hey, Bolo, on this guy.
Right.
And just trying to figure out like what we could do.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, they're like, well, like we'll keep our eye out, but there's not really much that we could do, obviously, because like, can't prove anything. And I get it. Like,
yeah.
I get it. But, just to kind of be on the safe side, obviously, like we, need to kind of watch out for like activity. If there is something that's going to go down, like it's probably going to go down in our parking lot. So we need to like kind of be aware.
Right.
Of whatever might happen. So it just so happened, okay, one day, this guy is driving down the street, okay, down the streets of the city, not
down the street,
anywhere, not anywhere near the apartment community whatsoever. And he gets pulled over for, like, literally for tinted windows.
By your courtesy officer.
Not by my courtesy officer that I have at the time, but by our superhero Sonic courtesy officer. So literally it's crazy because like this, this is this is transpiring kind of like all in the same time that we're just like having our eyeballs on him. You know what I mean? So this guy ends up getting stopped, by the police or whatever. It looked legit like his windows were like blacked out. Like definitely not legal to be on the street.
Right.
So he had a legitimate reason to pull him over. Okay. So anyways, so the guy gets up to the car door or, whatever. And, the guy rolls down his window and he's like, license, registration, whatever. And he tells him why he pulled him over. And then he starts getting squirrely. Like the guy starts getting real squirrely. And the officer immediately clocked it. He was like, don't do it.
Yeah.
Like, don't you fucking dare do it. And then he slams it in drive. Yeah.
He's home, doesn't he?
And he tries to drive away. So at this point, obviously, courtesy officer he's a police officer.
Yeah.
He was
the law courtesy officer.
Officer of the law gets into his law enforcement vehicle and like chases after him. Like he's in pursuit. And the guy ends up like, again, this is like a middle of the day, like traffic is out, like everything is happening. This guy ends up throwing things out of his window. Oh, he ends up like tossing things out of his window, obviously, but like officers clocking it like each time he
saw
throws it.
Saw that.
This time he's calling for backup and there's backup involved and he's still in pursuit. So this is happening like a while. So the guy ends up hitting two vehicles like just on the road, like having to chase after him and having to move like past the vehicles. He hits two like pedestrian cars or whatever.
I would be pissed.
Yeah, and he ends up like wrapping his vehicle around a pole. Yeah, at the end of the pursuit, he ends up like totaling his vehicle. Wow. Okay. And so obviously he is arrested like on the spot, but what they recovered, bags and bags and pounds of hardcore drugs. Wow. Like fentanyl, cocaine, like heroin, like you name it. And there was also guns. There were like paraphernalia, like
search his apartment.
Look, when I tell you I would have.
Yeah, they should have.
I would have. Okay, when I tell you I would have. But he had a roommate.
Oh, God.
So you can't get in.
Yeah, and the roommate at this time is probably like, I'm getting rid of everything.
Well, at this time, yeah. I mean, who knows, what happens in the apartment at this point. We really don't. We really can't, find out. The only reason why I'm finding this out is because a friend of a friend told me. Yeah. Not as a property manager.
Oh, wow.
Not as a property manager whatsoever. Like, they didn't come to the office and they weren't like, hey, this has happened. This is one of your residents. Like, none of that happened. A friend of a friend, just happened to know who's connected to me and happened to know that this is the person that we were looking into. Wow. And they had told me about this offline, like off record. And so my hands are tied. Nothing ethical at this, like there's nothing ethically that I could do in this situation. So I just had to kind of see how it played out. Number one, I had to see if the roommate's being arrested. Obviously,
Yeah.
now if that's something that's involved, then I can get into it because now the apartment is considered abandoned.
Yeah.
Well, rent's getting paid. Like, time is going on. Like, nobody reaches out to me and says, this is what's happening at this point whatsoever.
Just living our life over here.
And again, they don't know that I know.
Yeah.
They don't know that I know. Like, they have no clue that I know what's going on.
Yeah.
Because, like,
it didn't happen in your community.
It didn't happen, yeah. So it's silly how it works out. But again, as a property manager, there's a line that you cannot cross.
Yeah. Even if you're like,
even if you know it.
Just slip up one time.
Yeah. Even if you know it. So again, if the property management company is still getting rent paid, if there's zero complaints from this apartment at all, like whatsoever, you can't do anything about it. You can't interfere.
Yep.
It's weird boundaries, but
it is.
At the end of the day, good on him for getting arrested and like being out of this world, like for hopefully forever. At the end of the day, if
you're doing the hardcore drugs and you're selling them, then you do need to deserve to be locked up because people are dying from that.
Yeah. At the end of the day, he had 15 felony charges against him in that one little traffic stop.
Wow.
15 felony charges.
I was going to say something. But
felony. So again, like, good on him, and good on them for actually being able to like stop him. Like, it's so random that it happened. Yeah. But the fact that, again, it's connected, this like little spider web of like people, I would have literally never known that this person had been arrested.
That's crazy.
I know, like, but it happens all the time, right? Like,
it does.
You never know.
It does. I hear about things and I'm like, I will be honest though, some of my residents, like a few of them have been like, hey, like, especially if they're late on their rent, they're like, hey, I was late on rent because, and like, yes, I do, like, feel free to tell me what's going on. Like, be transparent with me because, like, I need to know why you're not paying your rent, like, or why you're late, and see if I can work with you. But there's been residents who've been like, I was in jail, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then, like, I don't really need to know anything else. You were in jail. Like, honestly, I can look it up. But they'll like tell me the whole thing, and I'm like,
wow.
Should you have told me that?
But also, like, if it didn't happen on your property,
no, and they didn't. And they didn't. It didn't happen on my property. But I'm just like, okay. Like, I don't know what else to say. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, glad you're cool, I guess.
I'm glad that you're okay. I hope that you are.
I mean, I don't even like know if I'm glad you're okay because it like depends on what you did, but like,
I hope that justice is served.
Cool, yeah.
Whichever way.
Hope you have a good lawyer. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm just like, why did you just tell me these things? Okay, cool. When are you paying your rent?
Yeah, can I please get paid, please? No, I've got, those people that call in and they say, like, I can't pay my rent because so-and-so, and I don't know if we've ever brought this up on the podcast, but I keep saying over and over again, like, as a property manager, you can go 30 days without paying your car note, or you can go 29 days without paying your car note and not be affected by it.
You can ask them to put it at the end of your loan.
Yeah, you can manipulate your bill days, like your bill, like the
for
days
your phone,
for your phone, for electricity, for personal loans.
Yes.
For literally any type of payment.
But guess what you can't?
Rent. You can't change the date on rent.
No.
So, lesson for everybody out there. Pay your rent first, please.
That's one of the things that has really bothered me about stuff, especially when they're like, well, I had to pay my utility bill. Why would you pay your utility bill and then I'm evicting you?
You're not going to be able to have a house.
You're not going to have a home for the power to be in.
Yeah. And
so
also,
can you call and ask them for an extension? Because you can't ask me.
The disconnect notice doesn't come until 3 months, okay?
Yeah.
Let's be real.
They take a while.
They do.
And honestly, depending on what company you have, like the one we have here, they'll let you, like, if you can't pay your bill, they're like, hey, do you need to split this up into other months?
You can split the payments. You can do whatever. Just and that's the thing. Communicate with these people. Yeah. You're trying to communicate with us, but we're the wrong people to communicate with.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be like, no,
and it's sad, but
you have to pay me my money. I apologize. This is like your deadline.
It's sad.
It's gonna be late. But it's a deadline. And if you don't give it to me with them, I'm filing eviction. So do you want to turn your keys in now?
And there's also going to be attorney charges that you're going to have to pay, or you're going to be evicted. You have to pay it in full. And the more, longer that you take, the more attorney charges.
Yep, the more it adds up.
Yes.
The more it adds up.
So
but that's a discussion for next month.
Oh yeah, yes.
That's our December segment on eviction.
Is Jingle Bills.
Yeah. I just remembered I do have a really good crime case, and I don't know if I want to do it next.
Yeah, you have to do it next time because we're 49 minutes in.
It's juicy.
Do it next time.
Okay.
Juicy stories coming.
It's juicy.
With
I'm gonna have to figure out code words because it's very triggering.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna figure out code words.
Well, I said fear discretion advice earlier, but I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but it's it's trigger word. Also, I don't want to get banned.
Yeah, I don't know if you can get banned. Can you?
I don't know.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
I'm gonna tell you what it's about, and you can just bleep it on this one, just in case.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, we'll figure it out, and we probably will have to bleep that, and I'll.
Or you just delete the words out.
But yeah,
and then you can have your reaction if you want.
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah.
I think I can mute those 2 words.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that.
But then you could see it over my face. Can we put a little?
Yeah, I think I can do that too.
This thing.
I don't know how skilled I am, y'all. Okay, so we need a free assistant.
Yeah. Is there anyone that needs to be an intern for content creation
or audio or streaming or
any of that? Do you need credits for college? How do we become someone that can do credits for college? Because I will do it.
I don't know, but this is gonna be a TikTok advertisement.
Would you like college credits?
I'm gonna put this on TikTok.
Do you want to be a content creator?
We need help with our editing skills because and apparently I know
Megan. Are you watching this?
Oh,
we need your wife.
Okay, so what I was going to say is to wrap this up, if you guys have listened to last month's or this last segment with Melody, I've heard that the story cuts off because apparently my editing skills are so good.
We tried really hard.
So what I'm going to do before this episode is posted, I'm going to go and I'm going to have to upload the remainder of the other episode the correct way. Yes. And so stay tuned. I know that if you guys are listening to the podcast, you might have been it may have cut off literally at the best part. So we will definitely have that one re-uploaded for you guys, and I will put my hands up and say that's my fault because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And that is the end of that.
And scene.
But for this one, we hope that this new audio helps.
Oh my God. I'm going to cry if it doesn't. But I think it does. These are fancy.
They are fancy. We hope that this audio is better. And I really, really hope that you guys follow us and also
like and subscribe.
Bye.